if I could have just got to him a little sooner, well, I could have saved my child. They could have told me where my child was at. I would have been able to save him.
Walk me through leading up to your son being discovered.
My son was a good kid, quiet kid. He always been at the shop. He haven't been in Mesquite ISD. We dropped him and had them going to homeschool K through 12. We took him out of Mesquite ISD. He been out of Mesquite ISD since 2021 and been going to homeschool. And we got the shop right here. So we always at the shop all the time. But we was like going through stuff, like going back and forth, got a lot of stuff that's going on around the shop and stuff like that. And so they was at the house. They was at the house, at our neighbor house at 1436 Junction Run. So we pulled up to the house, the kids weren't in the house. It was about like 9:30, I want to say about 9:30 or 10. We pulled up to the house, kids wasn't in the house. So me and my husband said, well, let's go see where the kids at. So we went down to the kids' house that they be down at the kids' house down the alley walkway at the 1436 Junction Run. So when we pulled up to the house, we were getting ready to get in the car to go get the kids. My other son came and said, I'm looking for Marquez. They said he had came up off under their garage. He came up off under the garage, where he slid up on the garage, where they tried to hold the garage down. He was trying to get up under the garage or whatever. And then they say he took out running. So I went to them, I'm like, why is he running? I mean, what's going on and why is he running? What is he running from? They said that they had exposed him to something. My son, they said they was supposed to fight all the time, trying to keep everybody and save everybody else. And I couldn't even save my own son. I couldn't get to him in time to go save him. So we went to try to go look for him. So I called the police. I said, look, I went to the neighbor's house. My son missing. I asked him, I said, where is he at? When nobody tell me where my son at. So me and my other son wasn't looking, and the other kids went to the house with my husband, so we went trying to find him. We still couldn't find him. We drove all up and down the streets, and we tried to drive around the west side, and we still couldn't find him. So I thought I was running out of gas, so I went to the 5-point store right there with the little gas at the little 5 around or whatever. And I had went to get gas, and we went back in the neighborhood to go try to find him again. I went to my mom's house because the closest place he would have walked to is my mama's house, which is at the 25 Junction, 2545 Cumberland Trail. So if he would have walked anywhere, he would have walked to my mom's house. So I don't know if that's the building that they seen him, that he was behind or whatever, was walking on the cameras or whatever. So we kept looking, and then like 3 o'clock in the morning, he still came. I'm like, well, maybe he'll come in the house. So I told the police, I said, well, let me try to see if I go find him. She said, well, what you want me to do? Do you want me to make a missing person report? I said, I don't know what to do. So I waited. I went looking for him again, and I was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was so cold outside. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, I went walk the park in the neighborhood, because we have a neighborhood park where all the kids hang out and stuff like that. So I don't understand how he would end up at the elementary school, because we have our own neighborhood park. So I walked all the whole park, and I seen one of his little shoes. I seen his shoe, but they said he had been left the shoe up there at the park. So I walked all around the park, back and forth up the park, trying to find him. I seen little wood chips at the park by his shoe. So I asked him, I said, what color shoe do you have? Because I didn't know what he had on. And I'm like, what color shoe he had? Because I found one of the shoes at the park. So I walked again. So early that morning, we went back to the neighbor's house that he was at. I'm like, look, my son still ain't came in. Where is my son? We're trying to find my son. during the process, we trying to find my son. We heard ambulance and all that stuff going on, but we didn't think that was my child. Cause I'm like, why would he even be at the school like that? So we went to the neighbors and we asked, I said, ma'am, she said, well, I gotta go to court and this and that, whatever. I'm sorry about your son, I gotta go to court, but they was in the garage and this and that, whatever. But now time they show any remorse or nothing like that. They ain't try to go help me find my son. I've been looking for my son all night long, try to go find him. And I could not find him. I was trying to help save everybody else, and I could help my own child. I think if I would have got to him soon enough, he probably still be here. So I'm asking they please, they give me justice for my son. I help everybody else. I help everybody else get off drugs. I try to help everybody else do this. And they would do my son like that. He quiet, he outgoing person. He don't fool with nobody. He always in the house all the time. Or we at the shop, he work for the people down there in the Chinese store. He go take their boxes out, work on a daily basis with. And it kind of messed them up when they heard this morning. They didn't know it was him because that's not like him. So we don't even understand how he even get to the grade elementary school because it's far from our house. We stay way down on the other end, so I don't know how he got even down there like that. And I'm so puzzled because I'm like, if I could have just got to him a little sooner, well, I could have saved my child. They could have told me where my child was at. I would have been able to save him.
What do you think happened to him?
I think they probably gave him something. My son don't use drugs or nothing like that. But I think they probably gave him something at their house right there, because they was at their house. He don't ever go outside or nothing. And then they said he ran from his garage. I wasn't looking for him. When all that, they said that he took off running and all that stuff. I tried to find him because they said they gave him something. So the first thing was going in my head, because you see people all the time, they die before fentanyl, all that stuff like that. So I try to go find him. I'm like, first thing, let me go find my son. I went trying, and I'm like, let me find my son. We looked, couldn't find him. We couldn't find him. Then we heard, what's the name? They came to my mom's house. They said, well, we got the detectives. I'm like, what is going on? They had went to the house too. We wasn't there because we was going to go look for him. And then we heard sirens. We asking the kids, I said, have y'all seen more yet? Have y'all seen him? Some of them, we ain't seen him since yesterday. They was all playing at the neighbor's house. Everything was at the neighbor's house at 1436 Junction Road. That's where everything happened, at the neighbor's house. I don't know how he got to the elementary school, because that's not even somewhere that he would even go. Because he don't go to the elementary school. And that's not even our school district or none of that. Because he went to Berry Middle School when he was in middle school. But he goes to K through 12 online schooling. So I just don't know.
So I saw on Facebook he just had a birthday last month.
Yeah, he did. We was getting he had just decorated the shop, was getting ready for the 100 house and stuff like that, because that's what we do every year. It just seemed unreal to me. I'm like, he don't do nothing. He not a gangbanger. He don't do nothing. He just an outgoing kid, always smiling all the time, always smiling. You never know when he mad because he always smiling. So I just don't know.
Does he have sisters and brothers, or is he the oldest?
Yes. No, he's the third one. He got 2 older brothers, and he got 3 younger siblings. It's 6 of them. And my little baby said that when he seen him, he said that he got hit by a car, like a car hit him. I'm like, what you mean a car hit him? So they were saying like they took him to like the front part of the house while my other son came to the house. They took to the front part of the house and he said that a car hit him. He said, Mama, a car hit him. He'd been telling my sister over and over, a car hit him. So I'm just confused about what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because the police, they told us they didn't suspect any foul play, but they didn't.
Because he wasn't at the school. That's what I'm saying. All this happened at the neighbor's house. So that's why I don't know. I just don't. talking
When you found out that your son was at that school and they found him dead, what was going through your head?
Well, I still didn't know that was him. I still didn't know with them. All I know, the detectives, I went to the Balch Springs jailhouse or whatever. They said, and I went in there. They took him a while for them to come. So I called him again. I said, sir, is my son all right? What's going on? Because I had just called the police that morning time. I called Mesquite Police that morning time. So I'm like, is he okay? I mean, what's going on with him? So I went to the school. And when I went to the school, I Googled what grade elementary school was. So I Googled and it said a man found dead at the school. So I was telling Marcus, I said, Marcus, come on, let's get to the school. We went to the school. That's when the detectives had pulled up behind us and were letting us know that my son I'm like, where he at? He in jail or something? Or, I mean, where is he at? Because my other son said they found him. Like, you know, they had him. So I'm thinking like he in jail or something, what's going on with him? And the coroner said that the detective said my son was found dead in the field. I don't know where at in the field. I don't know nothing. Everybody know nothing. They wouldn't let me see my son. I've been trying to see him since yesterday. I still haven't seen my son to even identify him. But we gave him a picture to the coroners and they said that was him.
How hard is it not knowing what happened?
It's real hard because I just feel bad because I try to help everybody and I couldn't save my own child. I try to help everybody and I couldn't save him. If I could have just got to him a second sooner, he'd probably still be here today. He'd be up here. So it's bothering me and it's bothering him because we feel like we wasn't there for him, you know, when he needed us. And we couldn't find him. His phone wasn't with him and none of that because we were trying to call the phone. Phone wasn't with him or none of that stuff. And it was just getting cold at night, just kept getting cold. So I couldn't sleep. So I got back up, just went looking for him, trying to look for him. And I'm like, I got to find him. I mean, like, where is he at? Because we think like, well, he'll come to the house. You know, he got his siblings over here. He wouldn't just leave his siblings stuck out nowhere, nothing like that. And you know, it's nighttime, well, we got to get in the house or whatever. So, it's just so unreal. I feel like I'm in a dream. I'm trying to wake up.
Did the coroner say that they were going to do an autopsy?
Well, they said it might take 2 to 3 weeks. We trying to get him moved to the Golden Gate Funeral Home. They said then once we get him to the Golden Gate Funeral Home, we be able to look at him and identify him. But we have not seen him yet.
But the coroner is looking through to try and determine a cause of death?
Yeah, they looking at it. They said it might take a couple of weeks. They say he didn't have like bruises or nothing like on him, you know, at the time or whatever. He was in his full clothing and stuff. They said a security officer found him that morning or whatever when the detectives pulled up behind us in front of the school.
How hard is it not knowing?
It's real hard. I still ain't seen him. I don't know how his expression was or what he was thinking or what he was looking like. I just don't know that.
And that was your baby.
Yeah, he always the helpful one. Build on stuff. Everything. My child would never be able to graduate. He never knew he would never do all that. And we always had him up here at the store. He pretty much ran the store and stuff like that. Ran the store, did school online with K through 12. So I just don't know.
Am I missing anything? You want to add anything that I haven't asked you about?
I just ask they go back to their house and ask the people what happened to my child. No one of them, I talked to the mama, I talked to the sister them, but nobody tried to help me find my child. Nobody tried to say, oh, he just took off running. But all this happened at their house. And then they know I'm coming looking for my kids. I'm like, why is he running? And I asked myself, so why y'all not in the house? Why is he, what reason would he have to take off running? And then the little girl said, well, the little girl, Tyler, said, well, I'm finna put the plate down so y'all won't think that I'm trying to do anything or nothing like that or whatever. But so I told the kids, I said, well, get in the car. So we took them to the house with my husband. Me and my other son went around looking for them. We could not find them.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry I couldn't get to him in time. I tried my hardest. My kids know I always come through to try to protect them. No matter what, I tried to come protect them and I couldn't make it to him in time. And I'm thinking, like, if I would have just been able to find him, I was trying to find him. I drove around, trying to find him. I even got back up like 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find him. Like, Lord, what could it be? I even drove all the way down to the park down on Pioneer. I'm like, me and my son to see if he walked down there. Nowhere. So that's why we wouldn't even think that he would be at the school, because he don't have no relations to the school. He never went to Gray or none of that stuff, because he always went to Frank Guzit and Berry Middle School. And he goes to K through 12 for high school. So we never, that's why we didn't even look down there, because we didn't know he would even be down that far. We can't even believe, because you have to, in our neighborhood, it's a lot. So you're gonna have to walk a ways just to even get out the neighborhood, because it's a big community. So you wouldn't just get out the neighborhood like that. And I'm driving around looking for him. So I don't know if somebody took him over that way or what, because that school's too far from our house. Even on the part where we stay at, he still wouldn't be able to walk that far like that. So I just don't know. But the school didn't have nothing to do with it, because he never went to that school. Never went to it at all. And we heard the police, we heard the ambulance and all this stuff, but we didn't know that was our child. We didn't know that was our child, because we weren't going around looking for him. We never thought that was our child sitting at that school up there with nobody. We even asked the kids that was at the bus stop, had they seen the kids that he was with at the house down there. They was at the bus stop. We're like, y'all ain't seen him. And all of a sudden we heard ambulance, we heard fire trucks and all that stuff, but I did not know that was my child that they was talking about. Because my child don't go nowhere. He's more a house person. He don't do crowds like that. So he always in the house all the time and stuff like that. So it kind of shocked me knowing that he was at the neighbor's house like that. They always try to get him to come outside and stuff like that. He won't go outside. The other kids will go outside, but he wouldn't go outside.
Did he normally hang out with these kids that he was with?
Well, it's kids that stay in the neighborhood. It's like a big neighborhood, because they have the neighborhood park. We have our own park inside the neighborhood, so all the kids, they interact with each other in the neighborhood. And they've been going to this house. I've been telling them about this lady's house for the longest. This lady, I asked them, I said, well, why do you keep allowing my kids over here? She allowing her kids to do all kinds of stuff that we don't do. We don't expose our kids to stuff like that. So when I asked her, I asked her that morning, I'm like, why is you letting them do stuff in there? How would he get a hold of something like that? And they said the sister boyfriend. They said the sister boyfriend had got something for them or whatever, and they gave it to him, and he took out running out under the garage. I don't know.
Is there any reason the neighbors wouldn't want to help you guys out?
I don't know, because I know he had a while back, this about like probably a year or two ago, he had a fight with that same girl, where the girl had busted our window out on the side. We made a police report, they never did nothing. So you know how kids, they get into it and they start back talking to each other, and stuff like that. But like I said, he been going in the house. My other son, place because they got kids the same age as them, so they, you know, they play with each other and stuff like that over there at the lady house or whatever. We tell them, hey, don't go over there. We tell them, quit letting my kids come over there and this and whatever. But they plays with them, they play with these kids or whatever. And I told them, I said, so why we been running? Did y'all get them something? Wasn't running? And then they said that the lady gave them something. So me and my husband went to go try to find them because the first thing, if they gave him something or anything, the first thing they do, it's too much stuff happen. You hear about them all the time, like people with something falling out or, stuff like that. He's not around stuff like that on a regular day basis.
Did they say what specifically they gave him?
We don't know. That's what we don't know because they say he ran out the garage. We don't even know if they gave him nothing. We don't know if they try to threaten him, he tried to run out the garage. We don't know. All we know, when we tried to go look for them, my other son came, said he trying to go find out where Marquez was at. So we was talking about, what you mean where Marquez at? So my son got in the car with me, we went down there and the other kids was down there. All the kids was in the garage. So my thing is, if you gave something, dispose him, you got all these little kids in this house that y'all doing this stuff in front of. So, oh Lord.